Hello everyone. Want to make a quick video today because I was pretty excited for the new champions of this month and I thought I'd get myself Prowler. I thought that both Spider-Punk and Prowler look really cool and the deep dives look really awesome. So I got myself Prowler, and since it was a bit of an impulsive buy, I want to give like a quick showcase of his performance and how he works, because I think that I've seen a lot of deep dives or videos from other people and they don't seem to be very uh, clear on how good or bad he is. So just to give a rundown on some masteries that I'm using, I am running max color attack because he gains extra crit damage from color attack instead of the bonus. I think overall, a very quick thing which you need to realize with Prowler is that his damage is very lacking compared to other champions, and he really needs high crit rating and high crit damage. If he doesn't have both, he's gonna suffer on both, which is gonna suck a little bit. Alright, so moving back, I just want to give a little bit of rundown on Prowler. He's supposed to be a champion that's built a half counter bullseye. He's got a lot of falter and rupture, which is cool. And he has the Captain America Infinity War synergy, which basically fully power drains an opponent when he throws special. So a quick rundown of what you need to know is that to do his damage, you need to throw a lot of L2s. Special 2 is the way to go. You have to get your falter up and your incinerate up, and then throw your L2. And if you have all of those lined up, it should do a big amount of damage. That's pretty much all you need to do with Prowler. The special one is utility based, and other things you need to know is that he has immunities, which I'll show in the videos. So yeah. So I did some Warf videos today with him, and I did test him out in Alliance War. So let's play it back a little bit, and I'll show some of the stuff. So this is a nodeless Hulk over here in Alliance War. It's low tier war, but you know, it's still a rank 3 unduped Hulk. He's got a little bit of health, and he's just running suicides. So you can see here, I'm basically just going to go right under bar of power to get my falter, and then I'm going to push him right under the second bar of power. And here I just want to bait a special, which is going to give me my charges. On the left, you can see the top left, the Nimrod looking charges. I got 29 of them. Each one is a Fury. You can get a maximum of 30. You have to try and get as close to 30 as you can. So you can see I got my falter and I got my incinerate. Falter is from double medium, and I deliver a decent amount of damage. This is a rank 5 unascended, but I did pop on a 20% boost to just kind of get a look at what ascended looks like. So it's not bad. We did 1L2, he's kind of almost dead. Recoil did a little bit, not too much of his health, probably about 10 to 20%, so he's about 30% health. But in Battlegrounds, you can see this is about 50 seconds already, and Hulk is not dead. It's going to take a bit. Despair is going to hurt here as well from 10 debuffs, but we're going to get it done, cleaned out. So this fight was overall okay, but he did have suicides, which is not a very good look. I will say that one thing that is nice is that he does inflict the rupture passes as a passive. I do wish it would last longer. So you can see over here a bit of a use. I wouldn't recommend this for BGs. Yeah, I do get hit here by the heavy. Now my spacing's not that good yet. Slight reach is pretty good, but I got pretty lucky. No purify on the rock stack here, so I'm able to just start doing my medium intercepts. Once again, I'm pushing just under a bar of power, baiting it out. You get a nice power lock after each special, so you can kind of like weave in your combos. I get my heavy and falter up, and I throw my L2 again. So you can see here, even though my damage is reduced, I can still inflict the ruptures. I do take the reflect damage though, and that's why you probably don't want to use that in war. Not war, in BGs. But in war it's okay, because you can heal up after. It's not that bad. So this is something you can do, I guess. Ignore like protection stuff like Korg. If debuffs or DOT can just trigger right through, that's a possibility you can look into. Alright, moving on. I think I'm gonna take a Popsic Torch. So I'm just doing 6-6 today. I'm just taking a little bit easy. Prowler does suffer a little bit from the Magic Thief node. Let me just move along this a little bit more. There we go. Yeah, so he does suffer a bit from Magic Thief because, it does hurt his rotation where you need to maintain aggression. So for this case, I'm just going to be taking non-tactic champions. So you can see here, this is just regular torch, nothing too special, but you are gonna notice two things here. One is his immunities, which is kind of cool, and two is his reliance on falter. He pretty much needs that falter to happen. You can see I kind of forget that he's incinerate immune here, and I do a heavy. It puts him at max temperature, and it's gonna hurt me a little bit here. So right after this L2, which I do big damage, I do get hit by the heavy, and that's because the miss is failed from high temperature. I didn't get punished here, and it was like okay, but that was a little bit scary because I did get hit, and that was pretty bad. So yeah, he does rely on his miss quite a bit. It hurts his rotation a lot because he needs to push to his L2 as fast as possible, and if you can't do that, it does hurt quite a lot. I don't think there's a lot of miss counters in BGs at the moment, but I do know that there's like Bullseye, which he's supposed to counter, and Bullseye counters miss. So anyways, here is a Sasquatch. This is a ebb and flow knockdown Sasquatch. We usually use like a good science champion or like Stealthy. Yeah, Stealthy is the best option for this because he can pause the Fury and keep up the combo on Sasquatch. But here's Prowler just working his way around Sasquatch. You can see one pretty interesting thing here is that during Wrath, it only takes one special for him to completely shut down the Wrath because he's removed all the specials. Usually when Sass is in Wrath, he just kind of just starts dumping specials over and over. But here, it was not too bad. I did get hit towards the end, but that's just me playing at garbage. So this video is just to show you kind of what to expect, I guess. I can't really get my Incinerate up, so this is just Falter only, just to show you how much damage it does. It still does a decent amount, but I'm not going to be able to like kill him immediately. It's going to take a few L2s. But that's not point of war, The point of war is play it slow, be as safe as possible, and I think this matchup has not been too bad right now. Kind of accidentally, throw my L1 there thinking I'll reach L2, and I do die at some point. I think it's here. Yeah, I get hit. So that is the end of me. I got hit. But yes, that is a fight that could work. You can see, I'll just play it back one more time. You can see right as he enters Wrath, I basically immediately shut it down. And not only that, because he has got the debuff immunity, I can still inflict my Rupture's Turret. Prowler is kind of that champion which completely relies on his own passives, which is nice. It's useful at some times, and it's a bit painful at other times because of his reliance on just needing to like he doesn't have a lot of health, so Despair would help him a lot, but because he has no debuffs, he can't benefit from not Despair, Inequity. It's the Mastery that reduces damage taken for every debuff on the opponent. He doesn't have any benefit from that, so unfortunate. But he does have the Falter, which kind of helps. But yeah, this does also mean that even though you can access this damage without using the Falter, like as in if they're miss immune, you do kind of need it to keep his rotation alive and keep him alive. This is another showcase of Prowler's immunities. So we can see he is immune to Bleed and Incinerate. You did kind of see it a little bit with Human Torch just now, but I'll just show it one more time. So over here, you can see this is a classic Hazard Shift Bishop. You can use the Odin Shock pre-fight on Prowler to make him fully, basically immune on this fight, because he's half immune to the Incinerate. But over here, I'm just showing that with his ramp, after you fully ramp, you can kind of just sit there and wait. You can be patient. You don't really need to rush it out. So here I'm just kind of chilling, waiting for the Incinerate, the Shock phase to finish, and now I'm gonna try to Incinerate him. It doesn't work, so I just do my double medium and I cash out my damage. You see, I didn't get any crits there, so it kind of sucked. And that's like Prowler's big problem, which I said before. He really does rely on crit rating and crit damage, so he needs max sig. As a 7-star, I really don't think he'll be that good, just because he needs that ability so much, and he doesn't have it, which just sucks. But yeah, I mean, I think overall, Prowler in general, you can see this is with the crits. It was so much better. Absolutely different L2. We can compare both. It was insanely different. Just go back one more time to show you. This one was way better of an L2 over here. But yeah, I think he needs a severe tune-up in terms of his damage if he's gonna be this crit reliant. Either just increase his crit rating somehow, or just add more ruptures just to make the damage a bit more consistent. You can see there's so much more damage. Maybe they could make his ruptures last longer, but yeah, I do think against non-mutant, that was against a mutant and it didn't even kill. Against a non-mutant, it's gonna be a hard time. This is Iron Man on a power efficiency node. So I just wanted to show his interaction with power efficiency because it's a bit weird. The way Prowler works is that for every amount of power he's drained, he kind of gains his charges. But because of power efficiency, it consumes half. This means that even though he drains like a full amount, he gets less charges than he should, which is kind of weird. But you'll see it over here. So you can see baiting out the L1 right on the 2 bars now, and I only get 23 charges, which is kind of weird. I don't know why it does that, but um, I don't know. I guess he's just not as effective on this. Some things to think about Prowler for the future. I do know that I heard there's something to do next meta with fist cuffs in BGs. I think that this is a perfect product placement for Prowler because Prowler is, as we've seen in the video, very like unreliant on debuffs. He's just mostly passive. Okay, so this is the final problem with Prowler, I guess. We've shown like the good parts of Prowler War. Now these are the bad parts. So we've seen that he's got high reliance on Falter. And here in this video, I'm gonna die again. This other problem with Prowler is his health. So he's got very little health, and to make up for this, he's got high armor rating. As a result, high armor rating allows you to reduce damage taken, but on a critical hit, it ignores armor rating. So you can see here, damage taken, or well, let's go back to this one. On the very final hit, you can see I got clipped, and this hit just did way more damage than the previous one. It was basically from 4k to 60k, ignoring the armor break, because it really doesn't do much, the armor break. The point is that you really reduce the damage taken because of the armor rating, but if you get crit, it's gonna hit really hard, and you're just gonna straight up die. So he's a bit flimsy in that way. That's the whole problem with armor rating, I feel, which makes it such a flawed concept. I guess I don't know how you're gonna like how to fix this. I don't think it needs to be fixed. It's just a weakness that he has. His damage is definitely the one that needs to be more looked into. But I would say that right now, in the state of the game, he's a bit more on par with Ironheart. So yeah, not that good. A little bit disappointing. I do kind of regret this purchase. It was a bit of an impulse buy because I thought he was cool. And he is cool, don't get me wrong, his animations are really awesome. But he is a little bit sucky. I will try him out in Battlegrounds. Maybe I'll do a few streams, but as of now, I do want to let you guys know that do be careful with Prowler. He does seem like he's really cool. He's got very nice animations. Team doing great as always, but his damage is quite lacking, and he does have some fatal flaws. So this is a really quick video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I won't really do this often, but I did feel like, because there were so many videos going around of people saying Prowler was good, I felt like, yeah, something was not quite right, because he seems to have a lot more issues than good. More bad than good. And I'm not the only one. A lot of people in the upper level have definitely voiced out their concerns on Prowler. We were really hyped for him because of the Spider-Man movie, and now he just seems to be a bit of a letdown. But yeah, I mean, what do you guys think? You can let me know in the comments. My biggest worry about him is that he's okay. He's an okay champion, but he's not terrible enough for Kabam to consider rebalancing him, which means that he could just end up pulling a shorter straw. Right, Kabam will only rebalance the champion if they're like really bad. But if they are like, just under but just over, there's a chance that he might not be rebalanced. So let's hope and wait and see. It's gonna take a while, but for now, I guess Prowler is just kind of there in the contest. Just kind of exists. Um, Falter, Incinerate, Rupture. Okay, he's there. Hopefully, Spider-Punk will be better. But yeah, for now, that's about it. I'll see you guys in another stream.